Hi, Roma.
Hi.
We're doing a course, right? The people talk about this being a real shift for them in just having a way to parent their children in such a different way than it was before. They're
Yeah.
having the core model, really understanding the brain science behind it, the kind of the ways to apply it to your life and your children's experiences, where you can kind of apply to whatever troubles are coming up in relationship between you and your children and your hopes for your children.
Why are we offering something different for dads?
When I started looking at researching for parenting things, it was mostly aimed at, hey, mama, there's these places for mums to go to and all
Mm.
sorts of things. And there wasn't very much that was around acknowledging the role that dads play in the household. There seems to be something for women that they're more used to talking to each other around their concerns about their children and how they're struggling with something or other, and it's not normal for men to kind of drop into a deeper conversation around that to each other. Women will have do the reading research around it and look it up. I don't think men tend to look up parenting books and do the research.
We're talking very generally here, but it tends to be that men don't have so much permission to lean into their emotionality, and that's conditioned into us culturally from childhood.
From very young age, boys are kind of, oh, you fell over, come on, buck up, on you go. And then girls are looking, oh, are you okay? And how so we
Yeah.
need a plus, and it's that there's just immediately our instinctual reaction is different. There was a point where remember being really overwhelmed with big luggy tears and stuff like that. And at some point it was just stopped. It was kind of like, no, I don't do that anymore. Suck it up and carry on. I was really resistant. Why should men be like just having a space just themselves? We should be able to be in that space together. And yet when I got into the men's only places, I found a freedom in, well, for one, being able to express my anger fully without fearing that someone's going to feel scared or intimidated, but also having it modeled. There's all this drama talk about, oh, men don't share their feelings and don't drop into the space, but actually get them in a group of men. Suddenly men just drop into a cleaner, clearer space somehow. Somehow they
Interesting.
can take the mask off a little bit or not worry about what they're saying so much. I found that really useful, being in spaces for men only.
There are parenting issues that are unique to dads. And again, we're talking in trends, because there are all kinds of people out there doing all kinds of different things with their families.
I think there's a role of dad rather than about men. It's more common that both people are having to work and
Mm.
having to juggle it all and have the stress of coming home to the kids and then handing over to someone who's doing it very differently to you. Just to notice that we're both having different ideas, but both are valid in some way. That yes, we need stricter boundaries and clearer limits, and we need to listen to their emotional upsets and stuff. But hang on, how do we get both of those in there? Whether you're only having your children for parts of the time or you're deep in the depths of managing it all. The hand in hand model supports all of these options.
And that's what's so fab about this approach is that it's non-prescriptive and you can apply it to any situation and get really good results. We're running this course alongside my starter class, which is a separate one. Um, and we'll all join up for the huddle calls together, which will be a really lovely opportunity to share between the two groups. And those are the kind of more interactive, integrative sessions. They're kind of like bonus sessions on top of the material. All the content is video content online from Patty Whitfler, who is legendary. She is the founder of Hand in Hand. And then dads have got their calls with you. So you'll be their kind of central contact, Tom.
The idea is that in the pods we get to divide up the time for each of us, and I'll guide us through some structured queries, I guess, for us to kind of drop into. How does this relate to you? What's your personal experience? What's your, have a little insight. You're free to kind of choose how deep you want to go with it. Really, really applying it to how it relates for you. what is it you'd like to be different for yourself or for your children or for your family, and then
Mm.
just have a think if this is something that you're interested in taking on, because it is a bit of a, it takes a bit of work to look at yourself and take a look at your own stuff. It is a big endeavor. Do you want to take it on, and do you see this as a way that might be helpful? Yeah.
Mm.